the faint hiss of hydraulics can be heard as the world-famous Sherlock Holmes boots up and uncouples from his charging pod, ready to greet the day. Ah, what a positively lovely morning. You'd think Robot City was the most peaceful metropolis this side of the Silicon Sea, with only the bird droids chirping happily out of doors. Why, it seems like just yesterday when I moved the old detective agency right into the heart of RC's downtown. Now there was a bustling day, with a new criminal mastermind to sleuth out every half-step before I'd even finished unpacking. Oh, Watts did have his hands full back then. The ruckus he raised once we'd finally found that... my monologuing seems oddly internal today. With a crash, Dr. Watts flies into the room. His LED face is filled completely with the text OHMS in bright blue letters, his hands gesturing and signing frantically, though no voice escapes his robotic frame. Ohms stares blankly back at his old friend, clearly not comprehending one iota of the panicked hand signals. Eventually growing wise to this fact, Watts slows his rapid signs and then lowers his hands altogether, exasperated. The exclamatory Ohms is replaced with Watts' more typical monocled visage in a blink of light. Ordinary words begin to populate the space just below his digital mustache.
By my circuits, Ohms, what are you doing?
Despite the soundless nature of Watts' now text-based communications, Ohms couldn't help but imagine his friend's plucky voice as he read on.
The biggest mass burglary in Robot City's history literally leaves half the town without a voice box between them. And you stand there with your eyes as glazed as donuts. Use your signs, bot.
Ohms raises a finger as if to speak. With an expression of shock, Ohms rapidly realizes his own voice box is apparently among those pilfered. Reaching for his trusty detective's notebook, Ohms scribbles a note to Watts in near illegible chicken scratch. Manufacturer forgot to install that module. With face meeting palm, Watts heaves a silent sigh. Text begins populating his screen once more.
Blast it, Ohms, you know I can't read your atrocious handwriting.
Oh, sweet merciful memory banks,
That's right! The glitch at your factory left you sign clueless. A crime of the century, and the world's premier detective can't so much as squeak. What are we to do, Ohms?
Ohms points to Watts, then makes a signing gesture, then points to himself.
Me? Signs? You? Teach you signs? Oh, I suppose I could impart the bare basics. The alphabet and such. Yes, for a bot with your kind of processing power, it wouldn't be too tall a task. All right, then I'll do it. And we've no time to waste, so here's your first lesson, Ohms. Repeat after me. Brilliant work, Ohms. I knew you'd grab hold in a hurry. Now, I did rush into the office for some reason. Ah, yes, of course. I finally managed to find us a lead, Ohms. A bot who may be able to point us right towards the putrid pilferer presently plaguing us all. But let's take one last moment to practice what you've just learned, so you'll be good and ready for their questioning. Here then, I'll sign the location of our first witness one letter at a time, and you use your hallmark deductive reasoning to puzzle out the place I'm spelling. I will warn you. This word uses a sign for one letter I haven't yet taught you. But have no fear, old friend. I'm perfectly positive you'll manage to guess it in no time, and then we can add to your growing list of sign mastery. Now, enough face typing. Here's the location of our first witness. And there you have it. We're off to the squeaky gear, favorite watering hole of old Robot City. Let's go, Ohms. I'll drive.